Hey, fellow EXP realtors. A colleague at EXP in Kelowna sent me some stats that our previous company sent out. I don't know if you can see this. Our old company sent out market share report, and I'm gonna show you the report that they sent out because my colleague, she said, Blake, you sent out stats that said how we did in sales for July, and this doesn't make sense with what our other company put out. So I release, what I do is I break down our units sold, listings and sales, add them together, compare them to all the other companies. I add up all the other franchises together, like the Royal LePages, Vernon, Kelowna, Vancouver, add them together. Everybody I add them all up as one entity for a brand, because we're one entity for a brand. And I said that for July, I think I'd have to double check, we were 6th in units sold, and I think we're 8th year to date. So this came out from July from our previous company, and I got to make this bigger. And if you just look at the top, the market share, previous company is 26.8%. Royal LePage is 24.3%, then Coldwell, C21, Vantage, McDonald, Sage, Sutton, 2%, and then all other. So I guess we're all other. And my colleague said, like, how are we all other? I thought you said we were 6. I said, well, that was units. We must have sold small stuff. But I thought, God, all other? That's weird. So I just want to make sure we're talking apples to apples, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same stats that our previous company did. So market share based on dollar amount, July 2020 is reported by Okanagan Mainline Real Estate Board for the Central Okanagan. And I'm just going to scroll to the bottom here, just double check, based on MLS active residential listings taken and sold units as reported by OMRA. So let's do this. I don't know if you've ever done this, if you've ever done your own stats for the board that OMRA allowed you to do, but it's pretty cool. So we're in OMRA. I'm going to click stats. I'm going to click residential. I'm going to start customizing these and play with this, guys. It is really cool. If you've not already done this, you probably have. Time frame. I'm going to go July, because that's what we're talking about here, right? We're talking July, beginning of July to the end of July. Our statistic will be, again, dollar volume, just like our previous company did. And you've got to do 2 different searches. You got to do by listing office and by selling office. So let's start with listing office. And again, Okanagan Mainline Real Estate Board, Central Okanagan, just like the graphic that you saw. And we've got all residential types here. I mean, I'll just click them all just for argument's sake. But the fact that they're not clicked means they're clicked. Okay. OMREB defaults to 10 offices. The most you can search is 30. I'm going to search 30. Okay. I'm going to switch over to the tubular, and there we are. So you see by volume, Remax Kelowna, 126 million, Royal LePage Kelowna, 98 million, Coldwell Banker Horizon, 44, then Coldwell Banker Janie, C21, Assurance, 29, the Stone Sisters, Tamara and Shannon. Again, I would add that up with Remax Kelowna. But so let's look at these again. So we've got 2 Coldwells and 2 Remaxes, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, the Coldwells, 4, skip the Stones because they're with the Remax, 5 for Vantage, 6 for Sage, 7 for McDonald, 8 for Sutton Harmark, 9th for EXP. So we actually came in 9th in listing sold volume in July. Yet we just ended up as a all other. Where are we here? We're all other. We're right there. We didn't make the top 9 overall. We're all others, which really sucked when it came to, well, not sucked. That's not the right word. We didn't do as well in units or in sales, buyer represented sales rather than listings. So let's go by selling office and see where we were there. Okay. And there we are. Royal LePage Kelowna has actually beat Remax Kelowna 109 to 93. C21 Assurance, MLS manager. Somebody tell me what MLS manager is. I've wondered. I don't know what MLS manager is. Coldwell, Jane, and Horizon. EXP, Vantage West, Sage, Tamara and Shannon again would be added up. McDonald Realty Kelowna, Remax Vernon would be added. Royal LePage Clams would be added to Royal LePage Kelowna. Realty Executive Ultra. C20 Executives would be added to C21 Assurance. England Volkers, Sotheby's, blah, 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 blah. But wait, here's EXP. If we put the two Coldwells together and we get rid of MLS number manager because I don't know what it is, we're actually fifth, 23,155,065 in buyer represented sales. We were ninth in listings, fifth in buyer sales. How are we all other? So just going to go over to my spreadsheet. And again, here's again, so all the Remaxes, and I don't add these up on my fingers. I didn't even use a calculator so I could skip a button. I just let Google Sheets do the job. And Remax Kelowna, 200, or Remax, all the Remaxes, 264 million, as you can see, Royal LePages, Coldwells, et cetera, et cetera. So when I add all these up together, EXP, for example, as I said, it was 8.6 and 23.1. So here's, now it's funny, Remax, my previous company, sorry, maybe I'm not supposed to say the name, they actually had themselves at 26.8% market share. I've got them down at 27.9. So maybe when they did their stats, I don't know, because you're doing these manually, maybe a couple sales from July triggered through. I just did my stats this afternoon. So you see where the brands sit, 27.9, 22.7, Coldwell's 13.7. Here's the XP. We're actually in eighth, 31 million, 3.4%. There's four of us, Vantage, Sage, McDonald, EXP, all within mere percentage points of each other. We're eighth. It's not number one, but considering we didn't exist last year, we were all other in 2019, absolutely. And in 2018, we weren't even all other. We didn't qualify. Right now, we're eighth, and we're surging. I don't know if this graphic putting us all other was an oversight, or maybe somebody just doesn't want realtors to see that we're not all other anymore. We're eighth. We should come up with a slogan. We're eighth, but we try harder. I think it was an insurance company in the States that did that. Anyway, good job. We're eighth. Maybe they didn't know what EXP meant. I don't know. But maybe they looked at that. Whoever was doing the graphics said, what's EXP? There's got to be a EXP. What kind of a name is that? Well, what kind of name? What do any of these other names mean? Anyway, good job. And if we were omitted on purpose, very good job, because that means we've got somebody worried. Have a great day.